Hello everyone, welcome back to Manga Boys Manga Reading Along. I read 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 volumes. The usual these days for me, actually, which is pretty fun. So, you definitely can see some familiar titles here. Let me just start with Tokyo ESP. So this is going to start our nice new arc. That kind of rhymed, right? I thought this guy's name was funny. I just passed him. He was shirtless. This guy right here. His name is Juice, but it's spelled kind of funny, so whatever. Anyways, he's part of the new police force, and the main character, who's a new girl, has a crush on him, and so she's like trying to learn more about him, work with him, and our new girl has the ability, that's her right here, okay? She has the ability to make ice. And so when she makes this ice here, it comes in this weird kind of a shape. And so the problem with that weird shape is that it seems like it stops space and time. It doesn't seem like it just like freezes things. It's like a time manipulation thing. And that's really a cool ability. She runs into a few of the familiar characters from before the time skip. And, you know, obviously there's a time skip. That is our old main character right there. Why is she in this outfit? You'll have to keep reading to find out, and so will I. I don't know what's going on there. But apparently she's the key, whatever that is, our new main character. And so they're, you know, this new organization's trying to take her over and kidnap her so that way she can do the thing they want her to do. She meets a new friend, and she's trying to get a license to let her use her powers in public. They're in this weird kind of a in-between state where people can only go to certain schools when they're superpowered. They can only do certain things and only see certain people and do certain stuff. So it's a very interesting course that it's taken, considering our main characters won. It would have seemed like they lost based on what's happening. Hunter 36. So I finally decided to read 36. I've had it for a long time, as many of you probably know. We continue on with Kurapika training all of these prince's men, and the princes continue to kill each other for supremacy. And then towards the end, we also get to see some cool information on the spiders and see what they're up to, how everything's going, and as well as the spiders, the zodiacs too, which is very interesting. Of course, you know, it ends, and there's not even been an announced 37 yet in English. I think they might have 37 in Japan. If not, I do know Tagashi has made enough chapters for another volume. It just hasn't been compiled for whatever reason. So we wait forever, probably. Blue Period Volume 5. We're going to continue on into the exam arc, trying to get into TUA. It's now an anime. I heard the anime wasn't quite as good as the manga, but still pretty good story, because the story is pretty darn good as it is. Our main character starts to learn that although he is always doing the right thing and he is a stand-up guy, he's not always helping people the amount he probably could and or should. And so he starts to get a little defensive about that and tries to learn what he could do to be better about it. In doing so, of course, he learns how a little bit more about himself and how to become a better artist. We also get to see the results of the first part of the exam. Spoilers, he passed the first part. And so he's going to, you know, continue on, of course. Like, you know, if you had been reading, you would have probably gathered, especially after that awesome mirror art he did in the last volume. So I have been really enjoying it. This series is very good, and I really can't, you know, push this series more if I really wanted to. The beauty of this series is that I'm not an artist. You can look at any one of my thumbnails, you can look at anything I do. I'm not very good at art, okay? I'm pretty good at fixing things together, you know, that people might make, so, you know, maybe I'm better as an editor and color theory and art theory, but I'm a terrible artist. So I really feel like even if you have no appreciation for art or anything like that, this is still a really good coming of age story and / slice of life. We also have Dot Hack Link. Now, Dot Hack Link I was pretty excited to read because it is a huge crossover with all of the main characters from the previous series, including Dot Hack Sign, which it blew my mind. I guess the only ones that aren't really included are from Dot Hack Quantum, X-Forth and Legend of the Twilight, where they cosplay as Kite. It's pretty much the original anime, Dot Hack Sign, which I think is the original anime. I don't know of anything else besides it. Dot Hack, Legend of the Twilight for the PS2, you know, and it follows Mutation, Quarantine, and Infection, not in that order. Forget what the first one's called off the top of my head. But I have all 4 of them, and I also have the GU games, which is right here. Not only the PS2 trilogy, but I also have the trilogy completed in the collection. You know, for the, I think I've got it for the PS4. I do want it for the Switch, but that's okay. I beat it. I don't know if I'll get it for the Switch because I do already have it. But it's such a great game. I can't recommend you guys picking this up enough. Anyways, this follows our new main character here. He's a total whiz at video games, and he can't wait to buy the new World game. He buys the new World game, and then his mom takes it away from him. Rip. And so this is actually based off of the game that came out on the PSP, but this was coming out before the PSP actually came out. And so the main character here is trying to get everybody back together to defeat this organization. He doesn't understand why they are doing this, but apparently they are taking out the heroes from previous world reincarnations and are slowly trying to use them to take over the world. The downside about this series, I gotta say, is that I actually found it really interesting. It's a little dated with some of their terms and insults, but it also has no ending. So, our main character is trying to defeat these guys called Schlickshal. I don't know how to say that name. They're trying to get after these chrono cores, which our main heroes have. And Schlickshal is corrupting the minds and memories of all of our heroes to think that they still need to complete a quest, and that this guy, our main character here, is the main villain. His name is Tokyo. Not like Tokyo, it's like Tokio. It's more closely to Toriko, but I think it's still spelled Tokyo. Anyways, so that is how it goes. There were supposed to be 4 volumes. 2 came out in English, 3 in Japanese. I can't find the scans to finish all of the 3rd volume, but I guess it's pretty different from the game, and I do want to play the game at some point, but I don't know if I ever will. It came out for PSP. I don't think it ever made it to America, but I think there are plenty of language hacks if you wanted to just emulate it, because it is, again, never localized in English, which is too bad. The Great Jahi will not be defeated. I got very similar vibes to, The Devil's a Part-Timer, which is what I came in wanting and what I left getting. I was worried that it was going to be just some cheap knockoff and not be as funny. It's not some cheap knockoff, in my opinion. I think it is very funny. The main character goes through different issues than Mao did. Mao had his, sidekick with him. She has no one. She is stuck in this child body. Mao is just stuck into like a depowered body, and she's like trying to get by. Everybody underestimates her and treats her like a kid because, well, she looks like a kid, and she's just an asshole. But it's pretty funny because she, again, is just like a little girl. So I definitely am enjoying this series so far. I can't wait to get more. I can understand why when the series was coming out in the anime form that it was so popular. I don't know that this series has gotten very far yet. I don't think Volume 2 is even out yet. I think it comes out like 1 volume a year, which is really slow. But, what can you do besides watch the anime, I guess. Another slow series that reminds me of The Hero is Overpowered but Overly Cautious. That series, I have 3 volumes of it. I think it comes out again once a year. And, it's just so sad. Because that's another great series. Zatch Bell Volume 12. So we are getting to the end. In fact, this is the last bit of story I remember from Zatch Bell when I was a kid. I do remember some pieces of information when I was a kid because I played the Game Boy Advance game, and so it does have a little bit of a story there. We continue through, the ruins, this temple thing where the 1,000-year Momoto are, and Ponygon is shown to have disappeared before they left, and his book was gone when he, was disappeared. So what goes and happens, Zatch has to fight this guy right here, and so Zatch fights that guy, and then What is this? What do you guys think's gonna happen here, huh? And then Ponygon, he shows up. All right, he shows up. Ponygon is a beast. So we get Ponygon. Where are you, Ponygon? There you are. He's running away. Why is he running away? Who knows? Okay, who knows? But he's off to get help. But once he gets help, what does he come back with? I'm just going to show you a little bit here. Groovy. It's Kafka Sunbeam. Ponygon's true partner. And Ponygon's true form when he transforms with one of his spells. Ponygon is amazing. I love him. Poor Ponygon, still trying to figure out how to tell people that his name is not Ponygon, but Schneider. I die laughing every time. We also run into this very cool Momoto. Her name is Layla, something to that effect. And she is a 6-star mage. I really enjoy, or moon mage maybe is a better way to put it. I really enjoy her work. Also, I love this guy, Victorino, I believe is his name. He is a king amongst kings. He loves V, V for victory. He can detach his body. I love him. He was great in the game. And Zatch and Conchame come up with this very cool strategy to make Battles of Karga. Meanwhile, Conchame is actually the Battles of Karga, distracting Victorino, and then Zatch and Kyo are able to take out Victorino. But before they can take him out, Conchame actually takes the mask and they take him out. It's so sad because I really like him. He's a great character for Victorino. Reminds me of Victory Uchida from, he's one of the Dragon Ball editors, and he's in a lot of the Digimon games. He makes guest appearances, which is really cool. Zatch Bell Volume 14. We progress further into the 1000-Year Momoto War Arc, or Battle Arc, whatever you want to call it. Lady Susan's here. Oh yeah! You know, just a classic. Lady Susan's just a classic. Anyways, they continue on further. I really enjoyed some of this comedy here. You know, Conchame and Fulgore meet probably the strongest Momoto here. He's this gigantic pharaoh, and who is he partnered with? The poor guy is partnered with Professor Riddles and Kido. You know, another pair of joke characters, but at least Professor Riddles is like a genius, so that's good. Zatch and Ponygon, however, like look at this right here. That's just amazing. Zatch and Ponygon meet up with these weird star-shaped things, and so we have to figure out what that is later on. But you can see them all over the place. But in any case, I'll talk about these guys in a little bit. But in any case, Zatch, or not Zatch, what was I effing saying? Oh yeah, Ponygon and Fulgore, Conchame and Fulgore have to make this guy laugh. If they make him laugh, he'll just let him through. He doesn't give a shit. And so, look at him go! Everyone's freaking out. So they're working hard to make the guy laugh, and they're doing dance performances and everything. It's great. I love it. Meanwhile, our more Kung Fu style crew here, probably the strongest pairing of Wanrei and Taya, have to fight this martial art master. However, not only does he have a sick-ass spear-wielding Momoto who's great at martial arts, but he too likes martial arts. He's not even being brainwashed. He just wants to be a great martial art master, and so we get to see them fight through the battle in this awesome Kung Fu manner. He's got the 6 swordfish move. I loved every minute of this. That was an awesome fight. And our last one here, I'm just going to show you guys the back. I mean, come on. You know this is going to be great. And so we find here the Momoto that Kyo was drawing on, trying to uncover the facts of the 1000-Year Momoto Stone tablets. And he's pissed. He's pissed because Kyo is dicking around with him and torturing him, putting him in ice cold baths and stuff. That's hilarious. Kido goes insane. I loved it. Kido did an excellent job. This was such an awesome fight versus this Pharaoh guy. And this is one of my favorite battles, for sure. They did a great job with Conchame and Kido and Dr. Riddles here with Fulgore. Another great fight here is this Starman. that Zatch fights with Ponygon. It's like tooth and nail. I really enjoyed it quite a bit. We also get to see this Momoto who turned them into stone to begin with. And they start to figure out that, wait a minute, can they even turn you guys back to stone? Like, they're not even sure anymore. And so Kyo's starting to put together this kind of a thing here. Meanwhile, once they all meet up at the rooftop, we find a nice surprise wedding for them, as you guys can see there. Very good. I can't wait to read more. Zatch Bell has been killing it. Every week I read it, I like Zatch Bell more and more than I remember liking Zatch Bell. Lastly, Attack on Titan Before the Fall, Volume 5. I had read 1 through 4 earlier on in my life, and it was pretty recent, so I'm not going to reread it. It wasn't that great, I'm going to be honest with you guys. But Volume 5 continues on forward with our main characters trying to get more information on the vertical gear, or the vertical maneuver gear, as well as they learn more about the sword that comes from the steel bamboo. I really was confused because it's like, what is this factory-like thing doing in the world of Attack on Titan? It doesn't make sense to me. This is supposed to be 50 years before the fall, and so it doesn't make sense. But our main characters start to learn how to, join the Survey Corps and train. They also experiment to figure out how they found the weakness of the Titans, which is pretty cool. There are some very interesting things in this series, very good concepts. This was a better read than probably the first 4 was, but I am confused with a lot of it. I'll read more because I have the whole set, and I loved Attack on Titan, so it's always good to have more of a interesting lore explored. But I just am finding this story not too engaging. If you're on the fence about this series, I wouldn't grab it. If you're going to collect everything Attack on Titan, then you're going to get it whether or not I recommend it. It's just very okay story. I wouldn't say it's the worst spinoff I've ever read, but I wouldn't say it's the most interesting as well. Anyways, that is it for today. What are you guys reading? Please tell me. I feel like I'm out of the loop. Everyone's reading these cool things, and I don't know what they're reading. I just don't know. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and leave some comments down below about answering my questions and about what you're reading. What did you like to read? Did you find anything cool from today's reading log? We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.